hush, 'twill not appear. Well, sit you down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against this story, what we have tonight seen. Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this. 'Twas last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume the part of heaven where it now burns. Marcellus and myself, the bell of envy's
Peace, break thee off, here it comes again.
In the same figure like the king that's dead.
Now it is Scalo. Horatio, speak to it.
Looks it not like the king, Margaret Horatio?
Most like, it harrows me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to?
Question it, Horatio.
What art thou that usurp this time of night, together with that warlike form that the very majesty of Denmark would sometimes launch?
By heaven I charge thee, speak.
Oh, it's offended.
See, it stalks away. Stay. Speak. Speak. I charge thee, speak.
'Tis gone. It will not answer.
Well, how now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is this not something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
For my God, I might not disbelieve without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes.
Looks it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself.
And thus twice, at this dead hour with martial stock hath he gone by our watch.
In what particular thought to work, I know not, but in the grossest scope of my opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state.
Well, may it sort that this ominous figure which comes armed through our guard, so like the king that was and is the question of these wars,
A mode it is to trouble the mind's eye. In the most high and palmy state of Rome, a little ere the mighty Caesar fell, the grave stood tenantless, and the sheeted dead did shriek and gibber in the Roman streets, and stars with trains of fire, dews of blood, disasters in the sun, and the North Star was sick almost to doomsday with eclipse. And even the like precurse of fierce events, as harbinger proceeding still the fates, and prologue to the only coming on.
but soft! Lo, behold where it comes again!
I'll cross it.
Stay, illusion.
Thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. Or if there be any good thing to be done that may be grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, oh speak. Or if thou hast business in thy life, for which they say you spirits oft walk in death, speak of it. Stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus.
Shall I strike it with my partisan?
Do it if it will not stand.
'Tis here! 'Tis here!
Look! 'Tis gone. We do it wrong being so majestical to offer the show of violence, for it is like the air invulnerable, and our vain blows are but malicious mockery.
'Twas about to speak when the cock crew.
And then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard the cock that is the trumpet to the morn, and at his warning, whether in sea or fire, in earth or air, the herring spirit hies to his confine. So have I heard, and do in part believe. But look, the morning walks over the dew on yon high eastward hill. Break we our watch up, and by my advice, let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit mute to us will speak to him.
And I this morning know where we may find him most conveniently.
Though yet of Hamlet our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and that our whole kingdom should be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we, with wisest sorrow, think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we, with mirth in funeral and urge in marriage, taken to wife. For all our thanks. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit. What wouldst thou beg, Laertes? That shall not be my offer, not thy asking. is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father.
My dread lord.
What would you have, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and pardon to return to France, from whence so willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation. Yet now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend again towards France and bound them to your gracious leave and pardon.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave by laborsome petition, and at last, upon his will, I seal my heart consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and thy best graces spend it at thy will. But now, our cousin Hamlet and my son.
A little more than kin and a little less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and look with thine eye like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
My madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems! Madam, nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother. No, nor the fruitful river in the eye, nor the dejected behavior in the visage together, with all forms, moods, shapes of grief that they to know me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. I have that within which passeth show. These but the trappings and suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father, and that father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some time to do obsequious sorrow. But to persevere in such obstinate condolement is a path of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart unfortified, a mind impatient, an understanding simple and unschooled. For what we know must be and is as common, why should we in our peevish opposition take it to heart? Fie, 'tis a fault to heaven, 'tis a fault against nature, whose common theme is the death of fathers. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, think on me as of a father. For let the whole world know you are the most immediate to our groan, and with no less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears for his son, do I impart toward you. For your intent on going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire. We beseech you, bend you, to remain here in the comfort and cheer of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Why, 'tis a loving and fair reply. Be as ourself in Denmark. Come, madam, this gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling in my heart. Come away.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a tube. Or that the everlasting not fixed his cat and yet self-slaughtered. Oh, God! God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to be all the uses of this world. Fight! Fine! 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely. But it should come to this. But 2 months dead! Nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king that was to this, Hyperion to his sayer. So loving of my mother that he might not allow the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember. Why, she would hang on him as an increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on yet within a month. Let me not think on it. Frailty, thy name is a woman. A little month, or ere your shoes were old, would she followed by poor father's body, like Niobe. All tears. Why, she, even she, oh God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned
king your father.
The king, my father.
Seizing your admiration for a while, and within a 10 years till I may deliver upon the witness of these two gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
And 2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch, in the dead fast and middle of the night, been thus encountered. A figure like your father, armed to point exactly, head to toe, appears before them, and in solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes within his truncheon's length, whilst they, distilled almost to jelly with the act of fear, stand down and speak not to him. But this to me in dreadful secrecy they did impart, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, whereas they had delivered, both in time, form of the thing, each word made true and good. The apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more alike.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Yet once methought it lifted its head up and did address itself to motion as if it would speak, but even then the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound it shrunk and paced away and vanished from my sight.
'Tis very strange.
As I do live my honored lord, 'tis true, and we did think it writ down on our duty to let you know of it.
Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. I would I had been there.
It would have much amazed you.
Very like, very like. I will watch tonight, perchance will walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it. Though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. I pray you all, if you've hitherto concealed the sight, let it be held in your silence still. And whatever else shall happen tonight, give it understanding but no tongue. I will requite your loves. Very well. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12 tonight, I'll visit you.
To your honor, Lord.
Your loves is mine to you. Farewell. Father's spirit in arms. All is not well. Sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will arise to men's eyes.
Witnesses are embarked. Farewell, and sister, let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a passion and a toy in blood. Sweet, not permanent, forward, not lasting, the perfume and semblance of a moment. No more.
No more, but so.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor deceit doth sully the virtue of his will. But you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own, for on his choice depends the health and safety of the whole nation of which he is the head. Therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body. Then, if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far as to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give that saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. And weigh what loss your honor may sustain. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection out of the shot and danger of desire. If safety lies in fear, youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall, the effect of this good lesson, keep this watchman to my heart, but, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles, like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and takes not his own advice.
But fear me not. I stay too long yet. Here our father comes.
Yet here Laertes, aboard! Aboard for shame! The wind sits in the shoulder of your sails, and you are stayed for? There, I bless it with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in barracks that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit does thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. And they in France, of a best rank and station, are of a most generous chief in that. Neither a borrower nor lender be, for though borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night, the day, that thou canst then be false to any man. There, my blessing seasons this in thee.
I humbly take my leave, my lord.
The time invites you, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia. Remember well what I have said to thee.
Tis in my memory log. You yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is Ophelia hath said to you?
So please you, my lord, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Mary, well bethought is told me the hath of late given private time to you, and you have yourself of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, as so 'tis put on me, and that in way of caution, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly, as it behooves my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Bah, you speak like a breeding girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord. What should I think?
Mary, I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have taken his tenders as true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind of the poor phrase running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Fashion, you may call it, sure, sure.
And he hath given countenance to his speech with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
I snare, sick-head songbirds. I do know when the blood burns how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. These places, daughter, giving more life than heat, extinct in both, even in their promises it is a making, you must not take for fire. Be somewhat stature of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than a command to parley. For Lord Hamlet believes so much in him that he is young, and with a larger tether may he walk than may be given you. If you, Ophelia, do not believe his vows, this is for all. I would not, from this point forth, in plain terms, have you give words that were taught with the Lord Hamlet. I charge you, come to it, come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
The air quite shrewdly. It is very cold.
It is a moving and eager air.
What hour now?
I think it lacks of 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed, I heard it not. And it draws near the season where the spirit hell is wont to walk. What does this mean, my lord?
The king doth wake tonight and takes his place, and as he drains his glasses of reddish wine down the kettle drum and trumpet, let's grant the triumph of his pledge.
Is it a custom?
Why, Mary, it is. But to my mind, though I am to the manner born and native here, it is custom more honored than the breach in the observance. To heavy-headed rebel east and west makes us decried and defamed by other nations. They call us drunkards and with swine spray soil our mission, and it takes from our achievement.
My lord, here comes.
Angels, ministers of grace, defend us. Bring with thee heirs of heaven or blasts from hell. Be thy intents wicked or charitable, that comes in such a questionable shape, I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet. King. Royal Dane. Father. Answer me! Let me not burst in ignorance, but tell why thy canonized ones, cherished in death, have burst from their sherements. Why hast thou, dead, chorus revisits thus, making night hideous and us, fools of nature, so horridly to shake our disposition with thoughts beyond the reaches of our soul? Say, why is this? Wherefore? What should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it, as if it's some impartment it desired to you alone.
It leads you to a more removed ground, but do not go with it.
No, by no means.
We will not speak, and I will follow.
Do not, my lord.
Why? What should be the fear? I cannot set my life me still, I'll follow it.
What if it tempts you toward the flood, my lord? Or to the dreadful summons of the cliff that hangs over his base into the sea? And there assume some other horrible form and draw you into madness?
Wait me still, go on, I'll follow thee.
You shall not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands.
Won't you shall not go?
Unhand me then. I have not made a ghost, and will you stop me? I say away. Go on, I'll follow thee.
He waxes desperate with imagination.
Let's follow him. 'Tis not fit to obey him thus.
To what issue will this come?
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further. Mark me. I will. My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself. Alas, poor ghost! Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold. Speak, I am bound to hear. So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear. What? I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and in the day confined to fast and fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List, oh, list if thou didst ever thy dear father love. Oh God! Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder? Haste me to know that I with wings swift may sweep to my revenge. I find the act. Now, Hamlet, here. 'Tis given out that, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me, so that the whole ear of Denmark was by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown. Oh, my pathetic soul. My uncle! I, that incestuous, that... Witchcraft, wit, traitorous gifts, oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce, when to his shameful lust the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon, upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole with juice of cursed heaven in a vial. And the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity against the blood of man that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body. So did it mine. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand, life, of crown, of queen at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my sin, no reckoning made, but set to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible, most horrible! Thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest! But, howsoever thou pursuest this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to the thorns that lodge themselves in her bosom to prick and sting. Fare thee well at once. Adieu, adieu. Hamlet, remember me. Oh, you hosts of heaven! Or, and what else shall I couple? Hell? Hold, my heart. Remember me. I, poor ghost, while memory all deceit in this distracted globe, remember thee. that's my word. It's adieu. Adieu. Remember me.
My lord!
I have sworn it. So be it.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, come, Lord, come.
How is it, my lord?
What news, my lord?
Oh, wonderful.
Could my lord tell it?
No, you'll reveal it.
Not I, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
I'll say then, what heart of man is naked? But it'll be secret.
Aye, by heaven, my lord.
There's an errant villain in all of Denmark, but he is an errant knave.
There needs no ghost come from the grave, my lord, to tell us this.
All right. You are in the right, and so without further circumstance at all, I bid we shake hands and part. You as your business and desire shall point you, for every man has business and desire such it is, and for my own part, which you all will pray.
My lord, these are but wild and whirling words.
I'm sorry they offend you heartily.
There's no offense, my lord.
Yes, by St. Patrick there is, Ratio. And much offense, too. Touching this vision here, it is an honest ghost that let me tell you, for your desire to know what is between us, or master, as you may. But friends, as you are friends, scholars, and soldiers, give me one more request.
Is it, my lord, we will?
Never make known what you seem tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Aye, my lord, in vain.
Upon my sword.
My lord, we have sworn already.
Indeed. Upon my sword, indeed, sirs, consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of this you have seen. Come hither again and lay your hands again upon my sword. Never to speak of this you have heard. Swear by my sword.
Day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come here again as before. Never, so help me mercy, however strange or odd I might bear myself, as perchance hereafter I should think me to put antic disposition on, that you at such time seeing me never shall, with arms encumbered thus, or this head shake, or the pronouncement of some doubtful phrase, as well, well, we know, or if we list to speak, or other such ambiguous givings out of note that you know aught of me. It is not to do. So grace and mercy at your most need help you swear.
I swear.
So gentlemen, with all my love, I do commend you to you. And what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and friendly to you, God willing, shall not lack. Let us go together, and still your fingers on your lips, I pray you. The time is up, joint. Cursed spite who was ever born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go together.
How now, Ophelia? What's the matter?
My lord, I've been so afraid.
What in the name of God?
As I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet with his doublet all embraced, his face pale as a shirt, his knees knocking each other, with a look so hideous and before, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors. He comes before me.
Mad for thy love.
I do not know, my lord, but truly I do fear it.
What say you?
He took me by my wrist and held me hard. Then went he to the length of all his arm, and his other hand thus o'er his brow. He falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm. Raised his sighs so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes, and at the last bended their light on me.
Come. Go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love whose violent property foredoes itself and leads the will to desperate undertakings, as oft as any passion under heaven that does afflict our natures. I'm sorry. What? Have you given him any hard words of late?
No, but as you did command, I did repel his advances and deny his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better human judgment I have not quoted him. I feared he did but trifle, I meant to wreck thee, but to the king. This must be done, this must be known, which being kept close might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, we much did long to see you. The need we had to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so call it? Sith nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles what it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that has thus put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that being of so young days brought up with him, and so well neighbored to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your rest in our court some little time, so that by your companies you may draw him unto pleasures, and to gather whatever to us unknown afflicts him thus.
Good gentlemen, he hath much talked of you, and be sure I am to men there are not living to whom he more adheres. If it please you to show us so much gentry and goodwill for the supply and profit of our home, to expend your time with us a while, your visitation shall receive so much thanks as befit a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty. What we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to go visit my much too changed son. Go, some of you, and bring these gentlemen to where Hamlet is.
The heavens make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
Art thou the father of good news? He tells me, my dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
Oh, I'm sure it is nothing other but the main his father's death and our hasty marriage.
We shall sift him.
I assure my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both to my God and to my gracious king. I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy so sure as it hath used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy. My lord, and madam, to expostulate what majesty must be, what duty is, why day is day, night, and time is time, would be nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I shall be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad by it, for to define true madness, what is but to be nothing else but mad. But let that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true. 'Tis true. 'Tis pity, and pity, 'tis true. Foolish figure, but farewell it, for I shall use no arts. Mad let us grant him, and let us find the cause of this effect. Or rather, let's say the cause of this defect, for the effect defective comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus. Prepared. I have a daughter, have while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience, mark, hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase. Thus, in her excellent white bosom, My Majesty, stay a while, for I shall be faithful. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh, dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not art to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best. Oh, most best, believe it. Adieu, thine evermore most dear lady, whilst this machine's to him, Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter given me, and all of this given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
How do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. But what might you think if I saw this hot love on the wing? As I perceived it, I must tell you that before my daughter told me. What might you, or my dear majesty or queen here, think if I looked upon this love with idle sight? What might you think? No, I went round to work. My young mistress, thus did I bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince out of thy star. This must not be. Then I precepts gave her, that she should lock herself from his resort, receive no messengers, accept no tokens. Which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he repulsed, a short tale to make, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence into a watch, thence into a weakness, thence into a lightness, thence, and then by this declension into the madness wherein he now raves. And all be mourned for.
Do you think 'tis this?
May be very likely.
Hath there been such a time? I fain know that. But I positively said 'tis so, and it was proved otherwise.
Not that I know, but how may we sift it further?
You know, sometimes he spends 4 hours walking here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At that time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras then. If she love him not, let me be no assistant to escape, but run a farm and carters.
We shall try it.
But look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Away! I do beseech you both, away! I'll meet you present. How is my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, not mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent well. You are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I wish you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For the sun breeds maggots in a dead dog, being a god-kissing carry-on. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to it.
What say you by this? He speaks on my daughter, yet he knows me not. He thinks I was a fishmonger. He is far gone, far gone. But alas, in my youth, I suffered much extremity for love, very much near this. I will speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words.
Words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
I mean, what's the matter you read, my lord?
Slanders, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, their faces are wrinkled, their eyes are purging amber country gum, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit. All the which, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honest to be thus set down, for you yourself, sir, should be as old as I am. If like a crab, you could go backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are! My dear lord, I must humbly take my leave of you.
cannot, sir, take from me anything, I will more than willingly part with all. Except my life.
Breathing up.
These genius old fools.
You go to see the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
God save you, sir.
My honored lord!
My excellent good friends! How dost thou, Guildenstern? Rosencrantz, good lads, how do you vote?
As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy in that we are not over happy. On fortune's cap we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe.
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or the middle of her favors.
Faith, her private suite.
Oh, in the secret parts of fortune! Most true, she's a strumpet. What's the news?
None, my lord, but that the world's grown honest.
And is doomsday near? But your news is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you, good friends, deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Denmark's a prison.
And is the world one?
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst.
Think it not so.
Why then 'tis none to you, where there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me it is a prison.
'Tis your ambition that makes it one. It's too narrow for your mind.
Oh God, I could be bound in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were not that I have bad dreams. Shall we court for my fay? I cannot reason.
We'll wait upon you!
No such matter. I will not serve you with the rest of my servants, for to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Beggar that I am even poor thanks, but I thank you. And sure, dear friends, my thanks are to dear a halfpenny. Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me. Come, they speak.
What would you have us say, my lord?
Why, anything but to the purpose. You were sent for. There's a kind of confession in your looks that your modesty is not cracked enough to color.
To what?
I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the rights of our fellowship, by the consonacy of our youth, by the obligation of our ever-preserved love. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no. Nay, then I have an eye of you. You will be more better.
We were sent for, my lord.
I will tell you why. So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery and more secrecy to the king, queen, mold no feather. I have of late, wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavy with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire. Why, it appears to me no other thing than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work, some man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel, apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. Yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, Lord, woman, neither, though I were smiling, you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Oh, why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not man, then what little entertainment the players shall receive from you. We coated them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome. What players are they?
Even those who are wont to take delight in the tragedians of the city. Players come now.
Come, gentlemen, you are welcome. Come, your hands then. For the accessory of welcome is fashion and ceremony. Let me comply you with this guard, lest my extend to the players, which let me tell you must show more fairly outward if you're more like entertaining than yours. You are welcome, but my uncle, father, and aunt mother are more deceived.
In what, my lord?
I am but mad northwest. And the wind is southerly. I know a hawk from a handsaw.
Well be with you, gentlemen.
Hark you, Guildenstern, and you two, and each ear here. That great baby you see there is not yet out of his swaddling cloth.
Happily, this is the second time come to them, for they say an old man is twice a child.
My prophecy comes to tell me of the players. Mark it. You say, right, sir, on Monday morning 'twas so indeed.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you. When Roscius was an actor in
The
Rome.
actors are come hither, my lord.
Oh my lord!
On mine
I
honor.
can't each actor on his ass.
The best actors in the world.
Oh.
Either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, comical, historical, pastoral, tragical, historical, tragical, comical, historical, pastoral, scene indivisible, or poem unlimited. Seneca cannot be too heavy, nor Plautus too light.
Yeah.
For the law of writ and liberty, these are the only men.
Oh, Jeff, the judge of Israel, what treasure hast thou?
What treasure have you, my lord?
Why, one fair daughter and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter?
Welcome, Mistress! Your hands come and welcome, good friends. Old friend, thy face is veiled since I saw thee last. Comes thou to face me in Denmark? We'll have a speech, straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, then?
I heard thee speak me a speech once, but it was never acted. Or if it was, not about once. For the play, I remember pleased not the general, but it was an excellent play. One speech in it I chiefly loved, which was Aeneas' tale to Dido, and thereabouts, especially when he talks of Priam the slaughter. Does it live in your memory? Begin at this line. Let me see. The rugged Pyrrhus, like the Hyrcanian beast. It is not so. Begins with Pyrrhus. The rugged Pyrrhus, whose insane arms, dark as his purpose of the night resembled, as he lay couched in the books. And thus, large-sized pelagulate gore, with eyes like carbuncles that hush Pyrrhus of grandsire Priam seeks. So proceed you.
For God, my lord, well spoken, with good accent and good discretion.
Anon he finds him, striking too short at Greeks. His antique sword, rebellious to his arm, lies where it falls, repugnant to command. Unequal matched, Pyrrhus at Priam drives, in rage strikes wide. But as we often see, against some storm, a silence in the heavens. The wreck stands still, the bold wings speechless, and the orb below is hushed as death. Anon, the dreadful thunder doth rend the region. And so, after Pyrrhus' pause, aroused vengeance sets him new a work. And never do the Cyclops' hammers fall on Mars' armor forged for proof of turn, with less remorse than Pyrrhus' bleeding sword now falls on Priam.
This is too
And
long.
shout to the farmers with your beard. I prithee say on. Come to head, give up.
But who, oh, who had seen the mobile queen?
The mobile queen. pity the motive and the cue for passion that I have. He would drown the stage in tears and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free, yet I, a dull and money-mad rascal, peak and can say nothing. No, not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. My coward, who calls me villain, breaks my painted cross, plucks my beard and blows at my face, tweaks me by the nose, leaves me to lie in the throat as deep as the lungs. Who does me this? Swoons I should take it where it cannot be. But I am pigeon-livered and lack the gall to make oppression there, or ere I have fatted all the region's kites with this slaves of all. Bloody, bawdy, villain, remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain, all vengeance! Fire! Oh! Above my brain. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been so struck to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it has no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. All the players play something like the murder of my uncle, the murder of my father before my uncle. Observe his looks. I'll tend him to the quick. If he but blench, I'll know my course. The spirit I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath the power to assume a pleasing shape. Yea, and perchance my weakness and melancholy abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
And can you, by no drift of circumstance, get from him why he puts on this confusion, grading his days of quiet so harshly with turbulent and dangerous madness?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak. Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, before the crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring on from him some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman, but with much forcing of his disposition. Absent of question, but of our demands most free in his reply.
Did you attempt him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we overwhelmed on the way, of these we told him, and there did seem him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are about the court, and as I think have already ordered a play this night before him.
'Tis most true. He beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose onto these delights.
We shall.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us two, for we have closely set her hand at him, that, as per by accident, he may hear affront Ophelia. Her father and myself must so bestow ourselves that, seeing unseen, we may of the encounter frankly judge if it be the affliction of his love, or know that thus he suffers for her.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I do hope that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book, which shows such an exercise may color your loneliness. I hear him coming. My lord, let's withdraw.
Be or not to be.
That is the question.
Whether 'tis nobler in mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to to be shed upon him, that he may play the fool no one but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost, Mary, I give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as Isis purest, thou shalt not escape slanders. To a nunnery go, farewell. Or, if thou need marry a fool. For wise men know well what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too, farewell.
Restore him, you sweet heavens.
You jade, you apple, and you lisp, and you nickname the princes, with what is your ignorance? Go to, I'll no more on it. That made me mad. To a nunnery go!
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword. The expectancy and rose of the fair state. The glance of passion in the mold of form, the observed of all observers. Quite down! And I, of ladies most dejact and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows. Now see that noble, most sovereign reason, like bells jangled, out of tune and harsh. That unmatched figure of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me. To see what I've seen, see what I see.
Love! His affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake was not like madness. There's something in his soul o'er which his melancholy sits on brood, which, in for to prevent, I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England, for the demand of our neglected tribute. Haply the seas and countries different with variable objects shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereon his brain, still beating, puts him thus from the fashion of himself. What think you on't?
It shall do well. But yet I do think the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother, all alone, entreat him to show his grief, and I'll, behind an heiress, convey myself to hear it all. I pray upon you. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Be not too tame, either. Let discretion be your tutor. To the action, to the word to the action, with the special or step of the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end both at first and now was and is, to hold as it were a mirror up to nature. To show virtue her own features, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of time his own form pressure. Oh, there be players that I have seen play, and heard others praise, and that highly, that not to speak it profanely, having neither the accent of Christians or the grade of Christian, pagan, or man, have strutted and bellowed so that I thought some of nature's journeymen had made men and not made them well, damn imitated humanity so abominably.
I hope we haven't performed us indifferently with that, sir.
Go get you ready. What ho! Horatio!
Yes, sweet lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art just the man as ever my conversation could resolve.
Oh, my dear lord.
Nay, do not think I flatter. For what advancement may I hope from thee, that no man can ask that thy good spirits feed and clothe thee? Last time here. Since my dear soul was mistress of her choice and could have men distinguish, her election hath sealed thee for herself. For thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers none. A man that fortune's buffets and rewards have taken with equal thanks. Give me that man, that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core. I in my heart hurt as I do thee. There's something too much of this. Here will be a play tonight before the king. One scene and it comes near the circumstance I told you of my father's murder. I he has that act foot, observe my uncle. If his insults and jokes not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damage gross sweet scene. Give him peaceful note, for I mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgment join in censure of his seeming.
Well, my lord, if you steal off whilst this play is playing and escape detecting, I will pay the theft.
They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent, in faith. Of the chameleon's dish I eat the air bronze-crab. You cannot be capon so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine now. My lord, you played once in the university, you said.
But I did, my lord, and I was accounted a good actor.
Oh, what did you enact?
I did enact Julius Caesar. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me.
'Twas a brute part of him to kill so capital a calf there. Be the players ready.
My lord, they stay upon your patience.
Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean my head upon your lap.
My lord.
Did you think I meant country matters?
Nothing. Oh, my lord.
That is a fair thought, to lie between maids' legs.
What is my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Who? I?
My lord.
Oh, God, you're only jig maker. What should a man do but be married? Why, look you, how cheerfully my mother looked, and my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months ago, my lord.
So long! Heavens, dead 2 months and not forgotten yet. Well, then there's hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year.
What is the argument of the play, my lord?
You shall know by these fellows. The players cannot keep counsel, they'll tell all.
Moons with borrowed sheen, about the world have times 1230s been, since love did our hearts, and hymen did our hands, unite commutual in most sacred bands.
Oh, but woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheering from her former state. From my former state, a woman's love and fear holds quantity, and neither aught nor extremity. Where true love grows, the littlest doubts or fear, and the little fear grows great, great love grows there.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers that functions leave to do. But thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honored, beloved, and haply one as kind. For husband
Oh,
shall
confound the rest, such love must needs be treason in my breast. And second husband let me be accursed, none wed the second, but who killed the first. A second time I killed my husband dead, with second husband I kissed my bed.
I do believe you think what now you speak. But what we do determine oft we break. This world is not for I, 'tis not strange, but even our love should with our fortunes change. For so orderly to end what I begun, our wills and fates do so contrary run. So think thou wilt no second husband wed, die thy thoughts in thy first lord's day.
Neither earth give me food, nor heaven light. Sport and repose lock me from day and night. From here and hence pursue me lasting strife, if once a widow I ever be a wife.
Oh, if she should break it now.
'Tis deeply stormed. Sweet, leave me here awhile. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile.
Sleep, rock thy brain, and may mischance never come between us twain.
Madam, how do you like this play? Lady protests too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there no offense in it?
No, they do but jest. Poison and jest. No offense in the world.
What do you call the play?
The
Gonzaga's wife.
King rises.
What? Threatened with false fire?
Alas, how fares the king?
Give away the play!
Give me some light! Away!
Why, let the stricken deer go weep, the heart on dull play, for some must watch while some may sleep, so runs the world away. Would this not serve me a fellowship, the cry of players, sir?
Half a share.
Upon one eye, for thou dost know, O Damon, the realm dismantled was, of Jove himself, and now reigns here a very, very pajak. You might have rhymed. Good Horatio. I'll take the ghost word for 1,000 pounds. Did you perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poisoning, I did very well note him. Come then! Some music! Come the recorders! For if the king like not the comedy, why then the like he likes it not! Come then, some music! Good my lord, vouchsafe me a word with you? Sir, a whole history. The king, my lord.
I sure what of him.
The king is in his chamber marvelously distempered. With drink. With choler, my lord.
Your wiseness would signify itself more richer and signify this to his doctor.
Or for me to put him to his perjuration to perhaps plunge him to far more choler. My lord, put your frame into some discourse and start not so wildly from my affair. Indeed, so pronounce. The queen, your mother, hath sent us to you in much affliction of spirit. You are welcome. Nay, my lord, this is not the courtesy in which this is supposed to be received. If it would please you to give us a wholesome answer, then with your leave our business will be through. Sir, I cannot. Cannot what, my lord? Make you a wholesome answer? Mine it's disease. But what answers that I can make you command, or as you say, my mother commands. Therefore, no more.
Then
now
she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
A wonderful son that can so astonish a mother. But is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration? And what? She wishes to speak with you in her closet ere you go to bed. We shall obey her were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further
My
say
lord.
of us? You once did love me, so I do still raise pickers and stealers. Good my lord, what is the cause of your distemper? Surely you bar the door upon your own liberty when you deny your griefs to your friends. Sir, I lack advantage.
How can you say that when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
I answer, while the grass grows. The proverb is something musty. Come then, the recorders come, let me see one. Sir, will you play upon this pipe?
I cannot,
I pray you.
My lord, I really cannot.
I do beseech you. I have not the skill of it. It is as easy as rhyming. Govern these ventages with your fingers and thumb, give it breath with your mouth, and it shall discourse most eloquent music. Use the stops.
But see, from these I can bring forth no semblance of melody. I have not the skill.
Why, what an unworthy thing you would make of me. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music. Excellent voice in this little organ, yet you cannot make it speak. Split, do you think I'm easier to be played on that pipe? Call me what instrument you will, but you can fret me and you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir!
My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently.
Then I will come to my mother by and by. They fool me to the top of my bed. I will come by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. It's now a very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion into this world. Now I can drink hot blood and do such bitter business that the day could quake to look on. Soft. To my mother.
I like him not, nor stand it safe with us till his madness range. Therefore, prepare you. I, your commission, will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our state may not endure hazard so great as an hourly grow out of lunacies. Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters put upon this spear which now goes too free-footed.
We will haste us.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. I'll convey myself behind an arras then, and to hear the point of vantage, and pray shall tax him home. And as you said, and wisely was it said, 'tis meet that some more audience than a mother, for nature makes them partial, should o'erhear the speech of vantage. Fare thee well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal and eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray, can I not, though inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause, where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what's in prayer but this twofold force, to be forestalled ere we come to fall, or pardon, being down? Then I'll look up, my fault is past. But no, what form of prayer shall serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder? I think not, for I'm still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense? In the crooked currents of this world, offense's gilded head may be shoved by justice. And oft is seen that the wicked prize buys out the law. But 'tis not so above. There is no shuffling. There the action lies in himself. And we ourselves are compelled to the very teeth and forehead of our faults to give in evidence. What then? What rests? Try what repentance can. What can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Oh, limed soul, who in struggling to be free art more engaged. Help, angels! Make essay! Bow, stubborn knees, heart, with strings of steel become soft as the sinews of a newborn babe. All may do well.
Now may I do it? Now he's praying, so now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven. And so I am revenged. That we stand. The villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, that same villain sent to heaven. Well, this is higher in salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread. All his crimes broad blown, flush as May. And how his audit stands now, who knows, thank heaven. But in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy and am I then revenged to take him the purging of his soul when he's fit and seasoned for the passage? No. Upsword. And know that a more horrid end when he's drunk asleep. His rage on the incestuous pleasure of his bed. Then trip him that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul be as damned as black as hell, whereto it goes. My mother states, this subject but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words words without thoughts never to heaven gone.
You will come straight. Look, you lay hands on him. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear with. His grace has screamed and stood between much heat and him. Ensconce me even here. Pray you be round with him.
I've warned you, fear me not. I hear him coming. Withdraw.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No. Mother Rude, not so. You're the queen, my husband's brother's wife. And when we're not so, you are my mother.
Nay, I'll set those upon you that can speak.
Come and sit you down, you shall not budge. You'll not go till I say you will last, for you is the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt thou murder me? Help! Help!
What? Oh, help! Help! Help!
The rat?
I am slain!
Oh me! What hast thou done?
Man, isn't the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, big brother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king!
My lady, 'twas my word. Oh. Thou wretched, rash, and intruding fool, farewell. I should think were they better, take thy fortune. Thou findest to be too busy in some danger. Leave the wringing of your hands! Haste it you down!
What have I done that thou darest to wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, plucks the rose from the fair forehead of an honest love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as dicers' oaths.
Ah me, what act?
Look you. Look you here upon this picture. And on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on this brow. And I, like Mars, threaten and command a state like the herald Mercury, a combination of form indeed which every god would seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. You now, what follows? Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? You wait upon the judgment, and what judgment would step from this to this? Sense, sure you have. Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight, ears without hands or eyes, smelling sans all, for but a true part one's sickly sense could not so mold. Oh, shame! Where is thy blush?
Oh, Hamlet, speak to me no more. Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots that will not leave their taint.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of unsteamed bed, stewed in corruption!
No more, sweet Hamlet, that words like daggers enter in my ears.
A murderer agable, and a slave was a 20th part of the time you were president, Lord. A body someone kings and from the shelf his precious item stole and put it in his pocket. No more! Us king of shreds and patches! Save me or have the guards. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come your tardy such the chime that lapsed in time, and just as us go by the important acting of your dread command, oh say!
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest body, strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you that you do hold your idle discourse and with the incorporeal air do hold discourse? Oh, sweet Hamlet, whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Look you how pale he glares. Do not look upon me, lest with piteous action you convert my stream offense. Then what I have to do will want true color, tears, perchance for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
No, nothing at all, yet all that I see.
Nor did you nothing hear.
No, nothing but ourselves.
virtue. You have it on. Refrain tonight. And that shall lend me kind of easiness to the next abstinence, the next more easy. For use can almost change the stamp of nature and either lodge the devil or throw him out with wondrous potency. For this same Lord I do repent. But heaven hath pleased it so to punish me with this and this with me that I must be their scourge and minister. I will bestow him and will answer well the death I gave him. Once more, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. As bad begins and worse remains behind. Farewell, Father. I must to England. You know that?
Alack, I had forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed. And my two schoolfellows, whom I trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. So shall set me packing. I will lug the guts into the neighbor room. But good night, Father. Indeed, this counselor is now the most secret, most still, and most grave. He was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, to draw toward an end with you. Good night, Father. Oh. Well, go then, the dust where to his kid. Tell us where it is, that we may take it thence and bear it to the top. Do not believe it. Believe what? That I can keep your counsel and not mine own? Besides, to be demanded of by a sponge? What replication should be made by the son of a king?
Taking me for a sponge, my lord.
I, sir, that soaks up the king's countenance, his rewards, his authorities, like such officers do the king best service in the end. For when he needs what you have gleaned, it is but squeezing you, and sponge you shall be dry again. I understand you not, my lord. I am glad of it. A knavish speech sleeps in a foolish ear.
My lord, tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord?
Nothing. Bring me to him. High fox and all after. Oh.
I have sent to seek him and to find the body. How dangerous it is that this man goes loose. Yet must we not put the strong law on him? He's loved of the distracted multitude, who like not in their judgment, but in their eyes. And which is so the offender's scourge is weighed, but never the offense. To bear all smooth and even, the sudden sending him away must seem deliberate pause. Diseases desperate grown are by desperate measures applied, or not at all.
My lord!
How now, what hath befallen?
But he is not with the dead body. We cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Without, my lord. Guarding, to know your pleasure.
Bring him in.
Oh, Guildenstern, bring in my lord!
Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of political worms are at him. We fat all creatures else to fat us, and we fat ourselves for maggots. Your fat king and your lean beggar is but very ill service. 2 dishes but to 1 table. That's the end.
What does you mean by this?
Nothing but to show you how a king may progress with the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven! Send hither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself.
But in if you find him not within this month, you will know him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him then.
He will stay till you come.
Hamlet, this deed for thine especial safety, which we do dearly tender, as we dearly grieve for what thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare thyself. The bark is ready, the wind at help, the associates tend, and everything is bent for England.
England.
Thy, Hamlet,
Good.
so is it, if thou knowest our purposes.
See a chair that sees them. But come for England.
Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh, and so my mother. But come for England.
Follow him at foot. Tempt him with speed aboard. Delay not. I'll have him hence tonight. Away. For everything is sealed and done. That else rests on the affair. I pray you make haste. And England, if my love thou holdest it not, since my great power thereof might give thee sense, since yet thy signatress looks raw and red from the Danish sword, and thy free arm pays homage to us, thou mayest not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports at full in letters congruent to that effect, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, and thou must cure me, till I know it is done, however. Perhaps my joys will ne'er be done.
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate. Indeed, distract. Her mood will need be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father. Says she hears there's tricks in the world and hems, and beats her heart, spurns enviously at straws, speaks things in doubt that but carry half sense. Her speech is nothing, and yet the unshaped good she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures in ill-reading minds.
Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
How should I your true love know from another one? I his call for heaven's staff, and his sandals shine.
Sweet lady, what imports
Say
this
you.
song?
Nay, pray you. Mark. He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his heels a grass green turf, at his bed a stone.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you! Mark. Irish blood has the broken soul.
Alas, look here, my lord.
How do you, pretty lady?
Oh God, yield you. They say the hour is a baker's daughter, Lord. We know what we are, but not what we may be. God, be at your table.
Take it upon your father.
Pray you. Let's have no words of this. But when they ask you what it means, say you this.
Tomorrow we sing Valentine's Day, and all the looking behind. And I am in your hidden toad to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and tied his clothes and took the chamber door. That hid the maid that out her maid never departed more.
Pretty Ophelia.
Indeed. Well, I'll make an end of it. By Aegis and Saint Charity, go back and fight for shame. Young men who do it, if they come to it, but how they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumble me, you promised me to work. And what I have done I understand. And thou hast not come to my bed.
Black, what noise is this?
How long can she bid us?
I hope all will be well. But we must be patient. But I cannot help but weep to think that they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coach. Oh, good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Oh, good night. Good night.
Follow her close. Give her good watch. I pray you. Go. This is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude. When sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. First, her father slain. Next, your son gone. And he the most violent author of his own just remove. The people, muddy, thick, and unwholesome in their thoughts and whispers for good Polonius' death. Poor Ophelia, divided from herself and her fair judgment, without the which we are but pictures or mere beasts. And the last, and containing of all these, her brother is in secret come from France, and wants not buzzards to infect his ear with pestilent speeches of his good father's death. Oh, Gertrude, this fills me with superfluous death.
Black, who comes here?
How now, what news?
Save yourself, my lord. The ocean overpeering of this list eats not the flats with such impetuous haste as young Laertes, in who riotous head o'erbears your officers. The
doors are broken!
Where is this king? Oh, that wild king! Give me my father! Calmly, good Laertes. The drum of blood that's calm proclaims me bastard. Couple to my father, brands the harlot even here between the chaste, unsmirched brow of my true mother.
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude. There's such divinity that doth hedge a king. Treason can but peep at what it would, acts little of his will. Tell me, Laertes, why thou art thus incensed? Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man.
Where is my father? How came he dead? Ought to be juggled with. To hell allegiance. Vows to the blackest devil. I dare damnation. To this point I stand, and both the worlds I give to negligence. Only I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Who shall stay you?
My will, not all the worlds. As for my means, I'll shepherd them so well they shall go far with little.
Good Laertes, if you wish to know the certainty of your father's death, is it writ in your revenge that you shall draw both friend and foe, winner and loser?
And but his enemies.
Will you know them then?
To his friends I'll open wide my arms and repass them with my blood.
Why, now you speak like a good child and a true gentleman. That I am guiltless of your father's death and the most sanctionable in my dear guilt for it. I will, as repass the sun to your eye, pierce your judgment.
How now? What noise is this? Oh, deep to dry up my brains, tears 7 times salt, burn out the sense and virtue of mine eye. O rose of May, thy madness shall be paid by weight till our scale turn beam. O heavens, dear maid, my sister, sweet Ophelia, 'tis moral that a young maid's wit should be as moral as an old man's life.
They bore him there to be shown the king, and in his grave rained many a tear. There you fell, my love.
Thou hadst thy wits and didst persuade revenge. It could not move thus.
Here's rosemary. That's for thoughts. Remembrance. Pray you will. Remember? There are pansies. It's for thoughts. Here's pheasant for you. Columbines.
Nothing more than that.
Here's some root for you. And here's some for me. We may call it Earl Grey on Sundays. Oh, you must wear your rue with the difference.
Turns to passion and to prettiness.
Daisy.
Sympathy more than that.
Flaxen was his wool, fearless was his snow. How flaxen was his wool. He is gone. He is gone.
And we saw the cast away moan. God have mercy on his soul. And on all Christian souls. I pray God. God be with you.
Do you see this, O God?
Laertes, I must commune with your grief, or you deny me right. Go but apart. Make choice of whom your wisest friends you will, and they shall hear and judge twixt you and me. If by direct or by collateral hand they find us touched, we will our kingdom give, our crown, our life, and all we can ours to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend us your patience, and we will jointly labor with your soul to give it due content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, no trophy, sword, nor hatchment o'er his bones, no noble rites, nor formal ostentation, cry to be heard as 'twere from heaven to earth, that I must call it in question.
So you shall, and where the offense lie, let the great axe fall. Please, go with me.
me lend them some mercy, but they know what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou couldst fly death. I have words to speak in mine ear that would make thee dumb, but are they much too light for the bore of the matter? This good fellow will bring thee to where I am. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern hold their course for England. Of them I have much to tell thee. Farewell. Heed that thou knowest thine, Hamlet. Come, I will make you wait for these your letters, and do it the speedier, so that you may direct me to him from whom you brought them.
Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal, and you must put me in your heart a friend. For you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he who hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
It well appears, but tell me why you proceeded not against these feats, so crimeful and so capital in nature, as by your safety, wisdom, and all things else you mainly were stirred up.
Oh, for two special reasons, which may perhaps to you seem much unsinewed, but yet to me they are strong. The queen, his mother, lives almost by his looks, and for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either rich, she is so vital to my life and soul, that as the star moves not but from a sphere, I cannot but by her. The other motive, why, to a public count I might not go, is the great love the general body bear him, dipping all his faults in their affections, they would convert his gyves to graces.
So have I, a noble father, lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back against a challenger on mount of all the age for her perfection, but I will have thy revenge.
Break not your sleeves for that. You must not think us made of stuff so flat and dull as to have our beard be shook by danger and think it pastime. Surely shall you hear more. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen.
From Hamlet? Who brought them?
Sailors, they say, my lord. I saw them not.
Laertes, you shall hear. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set vacant on your kingdom. Tomorrow I shall beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet, what should this mean? Are all the rest come back? Or is it no such thing, and some abuse?
Know you the hand?
'Tis Hamlet's character, naked. And here in the postscript he says, alone. Can you advise me?
Lost in it, my lord. But let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live, and tell him to his teeth, thus didst thou.
If it be so, as how should it be so? How else will you be ruled by me?
I, sir, so you'll not overrule me to a peace.
To thine own peace, if he be now returned, as checking in his voyage, I will work him to an exploit, now ripe in my device, under which he shall not choose but fall, and no wind of blame shall breathe, that even his mother shall discharge the practice and call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled the rather if you could devise it such that I may be the organ.
It falls right. You have been talked of since your travel much, and in Hamlet's hearing, for one special quality, wherein they say you shine. Your sum of parts did not together pluck such envy from him, as did that one, and in my regard, of unworthiest siege.
What part is this, my lord?
2 months since, here was a gentleman of Normandy. He made confession of you, and gave you such a masterly report for art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out, 'Twould be a sight indeed if one could match you. The scribers of his nation, he swore, had neither motion, guard, nor eye if you opposed them. So, this report did Hamlet so envenom with his envy, that he could do nothing but wish and beg for your sudden coming o'er to play with him. Now, out of
What
this.
out of this, my lord?
Laertes, was your father dear to you, or are you like a painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why asks you this?
Not that I think you did not love your father, but that I know that love is begun by time, and that time qualifies the spark and fire of it. But take a quick adios. Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to prove yourself your father's son indeed, more than in words?
Cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds. But, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chambers. Hamlet returned, shall know you are come back. Who put on those shall praise your excellence, and place a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring you in fine together, and most generous and free from all contriving, shall not peruse the foils, so that with a little shuffling or with some ease, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a pass-up practice, requite him for your fun.
I'll do it. And for this purpose I've an unction of scoundrel, so mortal that but dip a knife in it, no cataplasm shall shade the thing from death. That is, but if I but gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's further think on this. If this should fail, then our drift look through our bad performance, 'twere better not to say. This project should have a back or a second. So, let me see. I'll place a solemn wager on your heads. I have it! When you are in your motion hot and dry, as make your bouts more violent to that end, and he asks for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice, whereupon but sipping, if he perchance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One moment tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drown. Where?
There is a willow grows aslant a brook that shows his white leaves in a glassy stream. There, with fantastic garlands did she come, of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There, with her pendant boughs and coronet weeds clambering to hang an envious sliver broke, when she with her weeping trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like, a while they bore her up. One time she chanted snatches of old tunes, as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued into that element. But long it could not be. Before her garments heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from melodious lay to muddy death.
Hast then she is drowned.
Drowned. Drowned.
Too much water hast thou for her, Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. But it is our trick, nature, custom holds. Let shame say what it will. These are up, woman will be gone. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze. That this folly doubts it.
Let's follow Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage. Now I fear this will give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
In youth, when I did love, thought it was very sweet. In contracto, the time for us, we thought it was nothing yet. Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making? Just even so, the hand of little employment hath the daintier sense. But age with his stealing step hath clawed me in his clutch, and hath shipped me into the land as if I had never been such. That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. How this knave down jowls into the ground as it were Cain the jawbone that did the first murder. It might be the pate of a politician who just acts now or reaches, might it not? It might, my lord. A pickaxe and a spade for and a shrouding sheep. Oh, a bit of clay for to be made for such a guest as meet. Why might not that be the skull of a lawyer? Where
my lord Horatio. These 3 years I have made note of it. The toes of the peasant come so near, they feel so warrior. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year, I came to it that day that our last King Hamlet overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
Can you not tell that? Any fool can tell that. It was the day young Hamlet was born. He is mad and sent into England.
Aye, Mary. Why was she sent to England?
Why? Because he was mad. There he shall come
shield wait upon him. Strengthen your patrons in our last night's speech. We will put the present matter to the present push. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shall we shortly see. Till then, in patience our proceedings be.
So much of this you shall now see uttered. You do remember all the circumstance?
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of finding that would not let me sleep. Methought I lay worse than you giants in their shackles. Rashly, and praise be Rash's word, for let us know our indiscretion sometimes serves as well when deep thoughts do fall. And that should teach us there's a kind of divinity that shapes our ends. Rescue them how we will.
It's most certain.
Up from my cabin, scarf from my sea gown, groped out by the mountain in the dark. Had my desire fingered the packet and find withdrew Horatio. Oh, royal knavery. Exact command from the king. Learned many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's help and England's too, that on the supervised, no leisure needed. No, not to say the writing of the axe, my head should be struck off.
Is it possible?
Here's the commission. Read it at your leisure. But wilt thou hear me? How did I proceed?
I beseech you.
Being thus rounded with villainies, ere I had the chance to make a prologue to my brains, they had begun to play. I sat me down, devised a new commission. Thou heard the effect of what I wrote.
I did, my lord.
An earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like a palm might flourish. That, on the view and knowing of the contents without debate, furthermore or less, he should the bearers put to sudden death, no striving time allowed. Now the next day was our sea fight, and most to this sick went thou knowest already.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
Why they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat is by their own insinuation grow.
Why, what a king is this?
Does it not now? Thinkest thee, stand me now upon, he that hath killed my king and whored my mother, caught them between the election and my hopes, thrown out his ankle for a proper life, and with such cousinage, is it not perfect conscience for me to quit him with this arm? And is it not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil?
It must be shortly known to him from England. What is the issue of the business there?
It will be short. The interim is mine. But I am very sorry, Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For in the image of my cause, I see the portraiture of his. I will court his favors. But sure, the bravery of his grief put me into a towering passion.
Peace. Who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark. Humbly, thank you, sir. Thus under this waterfly.
No, my good lord.
I take his more gracious forges of vice to know him.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I might impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all the diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to its right use, it is for the head.
I beg your lordship, it is very hot.
No, believe me, it is very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent cold, indeed, my lord.
I get, methinks it is very sultry and hot for my complexion.
Oh, exceedingly, my lord, it is very sultry. As it were, I cannot tell how. But, my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has made a great wager upon your head. Sir, this is
I
the
beseech you,
matter.
sir. Remember.
Nay, good my lord, remind me. In good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court, Laertes, believe me, an absolute gentleman, of most excellent differences, of very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak feelingly of him, he is the very card or calendar of gentry. For you shall find in him the continent of what part a gentleman would see.
But concern, sir? Why do we wrap this gentleman in our raw breath?
Sir?
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
His purse is empty already. All his golden words are spent.
Very, sir.
I know that you are not ignorant.
I would you did. Yet in faith, if you did, it would not much approve Maybe not now, yet it will come. Your readiness is all. Since no man has aught of what he leaves, what is it to leave betimes?
Come, Hamlet, come, and take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I have done you wrong. But pardon it, as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard how I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done that might your nature, honor, and exception roughly awake, I hereby proclaim was madness. Was it Hamlet wronged Laertes? Never, Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he is not himself wrongs Laertes, Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? Is madness. If be so, Hamlet is of the faction that is wrong. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my exclaiming from purpose evil free me so far in your more generous thoughts that I have shot the arrow over the house of my brother.
I'm satisfied in nature, whose motive should stir me most in this occasion. But in terms of my honor, I stand aloof and will have no reconcilement. I have a voice and precedent of peace to keep my name ungored. But till that time, you'll receive your offered love like love, and will not wound.
I embrace it freely. And will this brother's wager frankly play? Give us foils, come on. Have one for me. I'll be your foil, Laertes. For my ignorance and yours, for in my ignorance your skill shall in the darkest night take fiery off indeed like a shining star.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, Sir Master. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager.
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both, but since he is the better, we therefore have odds.
These foils all have a length.
Aye, my lord.
If Hamlet give the first or second hit, Hamlet shall drink to his own better health. Come, begin. You judges bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Ah!
One,
No.
judgment.
A hit, a very palpable hit. Well, again.
Stay, stay. Give me drink. Here's to thy health.
I'll play this bout first, set it by a while. Come. Oh! Ah. Another hit, what say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
Here, Hamlet, take my napkin. Rub thy brows. The queen carouses to thy health, Hamlet.
Good man.
Gertrude, do not drink it.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It's too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam, by and by.
Come, Hamlet, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll think of now.
I do not think it.
And yet, 'tis almost against my conscience.
Come for a third, Laertes, you do but dally. And I pray you pass with your best violence. I am afeard you make wanton of me.
Say you so? Come on, sir.
Oh!
Nothing. Either way.
How about you now?
Oh!
Fight them! They are incensed! Oh,
Nay, come again! Oh! Look to the queen there!
They plead on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is it, Laertes?
Alas, like a woodcock to mine own spring. I'm justly betrayed by mine own treachery.
How is the queen?
she swoons to see the bleed.
No, no. Hamlet, the drink. The drink. Hamlet, the drink. Oh, I'm poisoned.
Villainy! Oh, let the doors be locked! Treachery, seek it out!
Hamlet! 'Tis here, Hamlet. Thou art poison. No medicine in the world can do thee good, and neither is not a half hour of life
Babe, I'm so funny.
Does he let you kick her in the head?